right, y'all, what's happening? We're back. It's another edition of the 101 with the Supervilla series. We're in our April showers, bring Mayflowers, Easter, April Fool's Day, all that other stuff. Let's jump right into it, man. I'm talking to the homie from the crib. I always love talking to his brother, man. You got to make sure everything good with him. The homie Adalberto Rios. You good, bro?
Rough weekend, man. Rough weekend. You know how it is sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man.
Uh, yeah. I just got back from Kansas like last night. So,
How was Kansas?
not bad. Not the best situation, but it's a situation.
Okay. Is everything hopefully I know if you want to share, you can. If not, you don't have to.
Yeah. It's well, because I lost my cousin, so I had to go out there for the funeral and everything. So it was
Condolences.
a lot of stuff on. You know what I mean? Just a lot of
Yeah.
heaviness on me right now.
No, I can understand you. So I'm assuming you and your cousin were super close.
We were growing up, yeah. We were close growing up.
Okay.
Like,
yeah, my condolences.
Like, I don't have a close family, so it's just growing up. She was one of the few people that like we were always with.
Yeah.
So it's
no, it definitely hits, and it definitely will resonate and shake you. And I definitely understand, man. So absolutely, my thoughts, condolences, and prayers. You know, it sounds typical to say when it comes to the stuff that the way to give love, but damn.
Yeah, and then and then just to add on to that, like during the weekend, I found out that like I lost my uncle 5 years ago when Hurricane Maria hit Puerto Rico. Like nobody said anything to me until like this weekend, and it just what I mean. It's just a lot at one time. So
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. You lost your uncle 5 years ago, and you're just now finding out.
Yeah, exactly. What is this? Why is this doing this now? Go away.
Damn, bro. I'm sorry.
So it's a little heaviness, but
no, understandable, man. It's all about life. That's the unfortunate part of life is losing people.
Yeah.
And people always say, "Oh man, death's a part of life." Yeah, but that don't make it no easier.
I mean, like I said, I don't have a close family, so like I wasn't really in contact with them for a while. Like we just kind of all like just stopped talking. So like I was asking my uncle, like my other uncle, like seriously, like why do we only do this when shit goes wrong? Like why don't we ever just do this just to?
I think a lot of families ask that question, like, "Yo, why do we only have to come together on the negative shit or something super super big?"
Yeah, like why don't we ever just get together? So I don't know, just all that stuff.
No, I get it, bro, man. I get it, man. My condolences.
Just me overthinking everything at this point.
I wouldn't say it's overthinking. I would just, it's more so processing things because, again, we all go through shit in life, bro.
Yeah.
It's funny because, can I use a term loosely? I was just talking to my daughter's mom about 30 minutes before we jumped on here. And because I didn't call my daughter yesterday and I felt real bad because it was, Easter. And the problem was I was in my own head with my depression heavy. Like I've been stressed out hard for the past couple weeks because, just career shit is one thing, but the trying to get to my son, dog, airline prices are absolutely fucking ridiculous.
Yes.
And it is like,
to tell you how bad the prices are, I drove 8 hours one way to get there.
See,
like $700 for a round trip. It's just too much.
$700.
Yeah.
I just sat there and took my credit card today because I couldn't afford to wait and see what happens any longer. I bought my ticket, so I have to go from LA to Birmingham because I have a feature at the Stardome for Michael Collier that weekend. Then I go from Birmingham. Huh?
I'm happy. It's good to hear. I'm glad you're doing things.
So much. Then I have to go from Birmingham to Indy for my son's graduation. So I feature for Mike the 19th or 20th through the 22nd or something like that. Yeah, 22nd. So the 23rd, I'm just going that Monday, instead of just trying to come back, I'm just gonna go straight to Indianapolis. Still got to get a hotel room, all that.
Yes.
Then the graduation is on the 24th. I'm gonna stay an extra day and leave on the 26th.
Good.
Oh, I bought my ticket, my one-way ticket back from Indianapolis to LA. I just paid $600 for a one-way ticket, not a round trip ticket, a one-way ticket. I still have yet to buy my ticket to Birmingham. And so,
how many miles is that though?
To Birmingham?
From that one-way ticket, how many miles is that?
From Indianapolis, let me see. I think because I know mine. Let me see. Indianapolis to Los Angeles miles. It is 2,000.
2,000. Okay.
2,000 miles, which is
long.
So, right. It's 1,700 from Chicago, and of course 300 south. I get it. Cool. Mm-hmm. I still have yet to buy my ticket to Birmingham to get there, to get to the comedy.
That's another 600 if you're lucky.
And I got to get that right. And so now, like, even people be like, yo, you just gonna take Spirit? Hell no, because not even just Spirit being trash, they've been canceling flights even more like crazy. And granted, I'm planning on leaving a day early, so I won't be on Blurs possibly that Thursday or that Tuesday coming up.
Okay.
And so, because, you know, I want to make, because the first show is on Friday, but I'm not going to try to fly on Friday and fuck around and be stuck out here. So I'd rather just go on Thursday.
Makes sense.
Push comes to shove, I can always, you know what I'm saying, if the hotel isn't ready for that night, I got family. My family's out there. My family's are, you know, I've been telling my family I'm coming out there that weekend. So I can already, you know what I'm saying, hang with them for the night. But it's just the fact that airline, you know, we talk about CEOs and corporations, excuse me, and all that, and they are really getting over right now. Because, I understand gas can raise up prices to do certain things. I get it. I totally get it. But man, you telling me that dude, a flight from LA to San Francisco is 45 minutes. Like 40, no, is it 45 minutes? It's about a little bit like 45 minutes to an hour, right? From LA to San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
That flight normally was $80. You know how much that flight is now? $400 round trip.
Yep, I believe that.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, because dude, from Chicago to, because you gotta land in Kansas City. They're like the edge of Kansas. You gotta land in Kansas City. It's an hour and a half. It's only like, it's a little less than 400 miles.
Yep.
How's a round trip ticket $700 for a 3-hour flight? No, I get it. And it pisses me off when I hear things like, "Hey, these guys that are these gas owners are making record profits."
Record.
Wait, how are we having a gas crisis and yet they're making record profits?
Because they're I was telling somebody, I listen to a lot of news radio out here because I don't. So when I get to borrow my neighbor's car, they don't have like all the satellite bells and whistles, and so I don't care too much unless it's satellite. I don't care for terrestrial radio that much. I used to work in terrestrial radio, so I don't care for it that much. But I was listening how they try to say, "Oh, it's not because we're shooting up gas prices; it's what the market dictates." You're telling me the market dictates you shooting up gas prices on one particular state to $6 minimum?
Mm-hmm.
And when you find out the majority of what you pay on gas anyway is fucking tax.
Mm-hmm.
Gas might be $100 some a barrel. Oil might be $100 some a barrel or whatever. But gas is not that expensive. For lack of better words, it's taxes and everything. And it's just like I said, I'm looking at the flight right now to Birmingham. The cheapest flight I see right now is $400. The
Yeah, you're
cheapest
better off
flight.
taking it now.
You know, it's like I'm looking at a flight right now that leaves. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, like, I got to figure out where I'm gonna get the money from.
Yeah,
Because I still gotta not only play with that and figure out the money, I gotta balance rent and all this. Because again, once I buy that ticket, the ticket is bought now. I gotta pay rent in for May and then turn around and pay rent for June.
Yep.
And so, like, I want to holler at BC, the homie, because I know he still works at the airport. But like, I've been looking at flights online. Like, I've been looking at Southwest because that's what he worked for. I'm like, yo, why the fuck are all these flights, quote unquote, sold out to Birmingham, Alabama? Who in the fuck is all going to It was like, who all is going?
It might be a White Hood convention. You gotta watch out for that.
Yeah, no shit. That's the reason why I don't go to Birmingham that often anyway. Shit.
Yeah, no, I get that.
It is a reason why they don't catch me down in that shit. And so it's just, dog, it's just crazy. I'm looking right now. One-way flight, LAX to Birmingham. And I'm gonna see what Southwest says. Just to go on the 19th, the day I need to be down there, 5/19. Boom. Oh, that was because I was looking. Oh, duh. My stupid ass didn't change the date last time. That's why. Okay, this is still no better, bro. The cheapest flight on Southwest Airlines is $390.
Hey, you save $10 on nothing. I mean, this is the thing that gets me. Like, all I ever hear people talk about is like, hey, Republicans suck, or no, hey, Democrats suck. Like, it's just back and forth between these two things, and they're the same fucking people.
The exact same look. That's the expression. There are two sides of the same fucking coin.
Yeah, and it's like you say, man. If your whole life it's about that, and you don't work in politics, you're a fucking moron because you're the exact people that are playing them up. You're playing them up. You're teeing them up. You are teeing them up to screw us over. Congratulations, you're the idiot.
People forget this too, and I think I said it on Blurs before. You got to be a special level of arrogant to want to be a politician because you want to make laws and govern over people. Yeah, you say you want to help, but there's us. Okay, the arrogance comes. I'm sorry, not even just in government. When you want to be a governor or president, to be one of those two, you have to have a level of arrogance because you're ruling over people.
Okay, I get where you're coming from.
No matter how you feel about whatever side of political spectrum it is, they are your leader. You get what I'm saying? The president is always considered. The president is a representative of you as an American, whether you want them to be or not.
Yes, that's 100%.
You know what I'm saying? So all this shit, bro, it just is like, it's surreal.
No, I completely understand your point of the arrogance involved in that. Don't want to be that high up, but it's also the level of wanting to be a crook to like the Senate and all that people. They're a bunch of crooks. You're complaining about the budget not being balanced. You're complaining about tax money not being spent right. You're complaining about all these things, and yet if you're in the legislative branch, you are the only group of people that get to vote on their own raises. Where's the checks and balance there?
There's none at all.
I mean, it wasn't our entire system supposed to be checks and balances. Hey, the president wants a raise. Let's vote on it. The Senate and the Congress has to vote on the raise. The judicial branch want a raise. Congress unless they also vote on the raise. If they want raises, they vote for themselves. Where's the fairness?
Also, the president's base salary, I don't know if it's gone up. It's still $250,000 a year, right? So that's the quote unquote civil servant
plus allowance.
It's an allowance. However, I heard about the president just he made over like almost like $750,000 this past year.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, again, I understand I've always said this, and I will never be a hypocrite with it. If you have a job that allows you to make money, well, when you have something that's goods and services, for instance, an Elon Musk, a Jeff Bezos, when you have those type of companies, yes, you're going to make, because you're in this business to make money.
Yes.
right? If you're the president, though, you're at the highest level of what they call civil service.
Yes.
You're at the highest level of civil service.
Yes.
So that's why they give you the basic minimum pay. But now when you get out of that job, of course, book deals, speaking engagements, et cetera, I get it. That's outside of it. That's whatever. But when you tell me the president in 1 year made almost $1 million, how? Are you paying does the president get an hourly rate? Is the president getting an hourly rate and they are clocking in, clocking out? Because again, they're able to live in these you never hear of anybody in government struggling.
Yeah. I mean, here's the other thing. The last time I checked, if the president's going to be the president, he's supposed to
divest from
get rid of any private company he's had.
Well, here's the problem with that statement. And that was the big thing about the whole Trump situation. It's not a legal thing. It's an ethical thing.
Okay, here's one for you. Do you know who the last president to ever give up their business to become president?
What was it, like Jimmy Carter or some shit?
It's Jimmy Carter.
Yeah.
Jimmy Carter. He gave up his peanut farm because he wanted to be an honest president. The last one. How long ago was that? How long was Jimmy Carter? I don't remember the years, but it's been
That's why I said it's not a legal thing. And just because
what is he doing now?
Trump.
What does he do now? He builds houses.
He builds houses
for homeless people.
Yes, he does Habitat for Humanity. Legit, like he is a real definition of the word humanitarian.
Yes.
He literally, from everything we have seen, heard, and everything that has been put in front of us, he is the true definition of a civil servant.
Yes.
From everything that's been placed in front of us, there's not been, some people aren't going to like him again because he's a Democratic, he was a Democrat, whatever.
Yeah.
But in all, like I said, in all basic ways you look at it, he was a civil servant. Cool.
Yeah.
Barack Obama didn't do it. Bill Clinton didn't do it. Neither one of the Bushes did it.
Nope.
And so, because that's why
Reagan
everybody didn't do it. Reagan didn't do it. And everybody was like, again, they were like, why isn't Trump doing it? And it was like, because it's not a legal thing.
Doesn't have to.
Doesn't have. Everybody's like,
all he had to do was step down as CEO, and that's what he did. He stepped down as CEO, let his kid take over.
That's all
once he got out, he stepped back in his place. That's all he had to do.
Here's the crazy thing: because you step out of the role does not mean you stepped away from the company.
Exactly.
You just stepped out of the role of chief executive officer.
Mm-hmm.
Now, which is why, again, how did he paid himself? I tell everybody, you can hate this man, which as much as I do, I've always had a nasty thing against Donald Trump, never even before president. But Donald Trump is an evil genius. No matter how much he collapses businesses, they're his own businesses to fail. But also, if you know anything about business, when your business fails, if you've made enough in it and you hit the right loopholes, you don't lose. You don't lose. And
the people underneath you lose. You don't.
You don't. Right. The people, you get bankruptcy protection, you get all these different things. You're good. The people underneath get screwed because they don't have a job no more, et cetera, et cetera. So, but dude managed to sit there and remember, he kept going to play golf almost every single weekend. And where did he go play golf? Mar-a-Lago. His own resort that had to be paid for to have he couldn't just go on. He had to pay for it to use the course.
That's smart though. That's smart.
Who pays for the course? The government. Yeah. Right? You pay to use the course, you got to pay the detail for Secret Service, you got to pay all this extra shit, and it pays himself. And so people are like, oh, how is this allowed? Because your checks and balances, your legislative found loopholes around, because when they made all these laws, you can almost be goddamn sure when they made these, I forgot to hit him up with that. I'll email him later. When they made all these laws, somebody said, hey, hold on real quick. Right here it says, blah, 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 blah. So what if somebody was to say to us, and then somebody else was like, they got a point. And that's when all of a sudden you had those centric thoughts came together and shit.
Jay, are you telling me that a bunch of rich white guys who own land and own people would make laws that only benefit their own race, their own race and privilege? Never. Never would a group of people that say all men are created equal but still own people and treated women like garbage would ever do something that poorly. How come on, Jay. Come on. Why would they? Just saying.
I mean,
Just saying. Just saying. It's all there.
the first president of the United States owned slaves.
They all
Like,
a room full of people that were saying all men are created equals, except for women, poor people, African Americans, Jews, anybody who doesn't own, who aren't like us or not.
Daniel
But everybody
Tosh
else
has
is.
a joke. Daniel Tosh has a joke on his Happy Thoughts special where he says when they were writing the Constitution, he said they were like, "Oh, we hold these truths to be self-evident. All men are created equal." You know what I mean? And was like, and went through with it. And then everybody, that's why everybody's always like, people who have common sense, they be like, "Oh, the Constitution and blah, blah, blah." It's like, yo, it doesn't apply. You can act like it applies to black men and women, to black people. You can act like it applies to women. Again, that's why they had to have amendments, because it lets you know when they wrote it, it didn't apply to them people.
Yep. It's like people complain about the Constitution's whole. No, it's not. It's a piece of paper that can be changed and modified as we evolve as people, not a stonework of this is all we can do. No, it's a living document. It can be changed and modified to our needs as we need them, not as a this is all it is.
People treat the Constitution as if it's the Ten Commandments. And the problem with the Ten Commandments are this thing written by the finger of God on 2 tablets of stone. But as if you watch the movie and hear the story, hear the records, like in Bible and other textbooks, it says that Moses got pissed when he came down from Mount Sinai with the 10 Commandments in his hand, saw that the children of Israel were acting the whole ass, threw it and broke it. And broke the 10 Commandments. And had to go get another set.
It's why he was never allowed to enter the promised land.
That's why he was never allowed to enter the promised land. He had to go get another set, right? The Constitution was written, and then everybody signed it. And then as time passed, niggas was like, so what about this? What about that? How about this? What about that? All these different things. Again, slavery isn't abolished until the 13th Amendment.
Exactly. And even after it was abolished, they still were not treated like people.
Still weren't.
The people that went against the government, the people that fought against the United States, were allowed to keep their acres and acres of land because property was more important than freedom.
Yep.
So
and then there was even provinces, I believe it was in the Constitution or the Emancipation Proclamation, it's probably the Emancipation. There were provinces that because slaves were freed, the government was going to pay you for your loss of property, i.e. your slaves, not your land, not your crops, the slaves you lost.
Yes.
But this is the same country where they keep being like, oh, everybody has the same fair shot in this country. Everybody has the same shot if they're on the same level financially. And guess what? Everyone isn't at all. At all.
I'll give you something else that I already know you know about, but I'll just say it anyways. How about the way they do mortgaging just so that people that aren't white can't live in certain neighborhoods? Oh, that one.
Yep.
Hey, no, you can't be over here. Everything over here is way too expensive for you because we don't want you there. So we're gonna put you over here in these low income places where we think, even though you have the money to afford to live over there, no. The mortgages are not approved for over there. They're approved for over here. So you have to go that way. Like,
bro, you live in currently. We're from a city where the main expressway that runs through the city is designed to literally cut off black people from white neighborhoods.
Yes.
And if you tell somebody that, they don't get it. I'm going to tell you something. There's a curve that Dan Ryan makes. That curve is a reason.
Yep.
It's not just cute to make that turn. That curve is to keep black people out.
Yep.
It was like we're stretching the black neighborhood this far.
Yep.
The reason the expressway runs the way it does, it separates the city because it separated the races.
Yep. It's like, oh, it's curving. Time to turn around. Time to get off and turn around. Nope.
Let you know you were going too far.
Yep.
You know, but
every man is created. Every man is created equal.
That's why when people you get those, you know, again, I don't trust a Democrat or a Republican by the life of me, but I will vote Democratic over Republican because here's the thing. I know that for the starter, for the lack of word, for the starter, some people who joined the Democratic Party, the AOCs, the Cory Bookers, things like that, they legit start with a legit wanting to help people, right? Republic, you got Mitch McConnell, bro, who's the senator of Kentucky. Kentucky's the 8th poorest state in the nation. And he always votes against shit that would help. This is how stupid those people are. They always listen to them go, my constituents and everybody, American people, and blah, 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 blah. What the fuck is he doing for you? Nothing. There was a woman, I think she was a state senator. She was running up against Mr. McConnell this recent election. And she put everything, she was like, yo, why do we keep letting this happen? She literally was like, look at what has he really done for the state of Kentucky? This is everything that's happened since he's been in the Senate. All these different things. Nothing has improved. But she was like, he tells you all this. And people in Kentucky, literally, outside of Louisville and what's the other one?
I honestly don't know.
Because it's only two, I know Louisville and something else goes blue in Kentucky, and that's it. But
you know what the scariest thing about driving from Chicago to Kansas is?
Seeing how quick you can die on the road and be disappeared and nobody ever know.
Yeah, because all you see is Trump and Pence signs, and I'm like, it's not even 2020 anymore. Like, what the hell?
That's the scary. That shit like motherfuckers know how delusional people are. They still have Trump Pence signs up. Like it is. We are in the year 2022.
Yep.
Mike Pence will never run with Donald Trump again.
No.
These are the same people who are talking about hang Mike Pence.
Yep.
But you're wearing his flag. And then believe that dude has a chance to win in 2024.
Dude, I hate to say this. Let's be honest. Let's be as real as possible. He actually does.
No, he doesn't.
I hope not, but he actually does.
I'm gonna tell you. This is why I think he does not. The country saw how bad shit went down, not just with him in office, but with everything he said that almost toppled the government. And that's on both sides. Like, you're going to have them diehard Trump Republicans, right?
Okay.
There's certain states, no matter what, they're going to vote for dude. It's a given, right? Yeah. The Missouris, the Alabamas, the Floridas, certain place, and maybe not even Florida, because at some point, if the word socialism never comes up, Donald Trump loses Florida. Because socialism it's the Cubans in Florida who think of Castro.
Yeah.
So if the word socialism never comes up, Donald Trump loses Florida, right?
Dude, they throw that word around like it's something. They're not even using it right.
But that's the problem. That's the thing. They don't have to. Their bases, their fan bases, their people who vote for them are so simple-minded, for lack of better words. They're so simple-minded where they just need to hear the buzzwords. Again, if you ask any of them, there's been so many videos with like Jordan Klepper and whatnot, ask them, what is critical race theory? What exactly is it? They just say, oh, it's teaching kids to hate white people. That is not it at all. Also, ask them, where's critical race theory taught? Well, we shouldn't teach it in schools. It never was taught in schools.
I never heard about it.
It's never been. It's a legal collegiate. It's a collegiate legal level course. It's not a regular course.
Dude, I have not heard about it until like this upcoming election. Everybody's talking about it. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
But again, using buzzwords, right? White people gentrified the word woke. I will always stand on that. Woke was always a black thing to talk about black people who became this Pan-African nationalism, who developed this higher level of self-awareness and consciousness. That's what woke was. White people took that term, white liberals gentrified the fuck out of it, then turned around, and now because of the way they treated it, it's not because of black people, it's because of white liberals. And so now
I just want to say this, like, it doesn't matter if you're liberal. It's the people that want to take words that can go against them and design it to be their thing. Like it's and like I don't want to say like it's just every white liberal or every white person.
I'm using it as a general term.
Okay.
I'm not saying I'm using it as
the
a general
ones
term
that want to like use that know what it is and want to use it.
But that's what I'm talking about when I say they gentrified it. You know, those
I
are
don't
the
like the
ones
word gentrified. I feel like I think it's something else entirely. I think it's just it's
okay.
They depowered it. They depowered it. They depowered the word. That's what they did.
No, I'll do one better. I'll do one better.
Please do.
They appropriated the word.
Thank you. That's it.
They appropriated the word.
They appropriated the word to make it to use it for their own benefits.
Right there. Let's say that. Let's not say gentrified. Let's not say depowered.
That one.
They appropriated the word.
Yes,
right?
they appropriated.
So they appropriated that word, and because of that, that's where you get Republicans, conservatives, however you want to call them, to use it in a negative connotation. Mm-hmm. Again, buzzwords. Everything they say is buzzword. The best part about everything, like I was about to do a video. I was about to record something on the D Wade shit because D Wade and Gabrielle Union posted a picture of their family on Easter yesterday, right?
Okay.
So they posted the picture. Now you know D Wade got a trans daughter. So
I did not know.
D Wade's trans daughter has a trans boyfriend.
Okay.
I've always said.
That's a lot. Okay.
That's a lot for the average person. That's a lot to unpack. Let's just be honest. Yeah. But nonetheless, there are people who are like, oh my God, what is this? This is how are you trying to influence people, et cetera, et cetera. The problem is you just don't like that lifestyle because if Zaya was still Zaire, and that was still a girl, a cis girl or whatever, I don't know how the term goes, just girl, it would be okay. It would be okay kissing on them because nobody would care then because it's what's considered normal. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So again, buzzwords. Think about when me and Winston said it on the show. Everybody look at a little boy when he's growing up. Oh man, he's gonna be a little heartbreaker. Gonna have all these little girls, or she gonna be a little heartbreaker, and et cetera, et cetera. And we do all that when we're sitting there applying it to kids in regards to heterosexual relationships. Yeah. It's nothing to do with them. It's nothing. But when it comes to all of a sudden, it's something outside of the norm. And again, I've always said this as a person who's had to grow and understand more. Like, yo,
me too.
You know what I'm saying? I get it now. I get it, but the way people react, and again, fucking buzzwords. You got the governor of Florida mad at Disney because Disney called out your bullshit. Disney said they're not supporting you for the bullshit bill that everybody rightfully should have went on their ass for. And now you get people say, oh, they're just trying to groom kids. Groom kids for what? Because again, if you're going to say they're grooming them to be gay, then you can groom them to be hypothetical pedophiles, rapists, assaultists, non-knowing consent. And that's on any side of the gender spectrum.
Yeah, I mean, it's becoming honestly, it's becoming a lot more complicated than it used to be, and I just don't think we're doing the right things to educate people and to move forward with what we need to. We're not finding the middle ground or balance to where everything fits into. It's either has to be all the way over here or all the way over there.
Yeah, because we're too busy fighting to try to find the balance. To try, instead of trying to educate, there's a thing. I saw a video, and there's a video. It's like, we're trying to force instead of educate because we're just like, you have to learn this. And I said this to somebody because I got to get ready to wrap because I got to do one more behind you.
Yeah, sorry. This got way too serious, way too fast.
No worries, bro. But I love having these discussions. There's a thing people were like, oh, I told somebody, I said, listen, the hardest thing I get is we try to say how easy it is to have older people accept pronouns of different people and different pronouns, right? I said, the problem y'all got to accept and got to not even accept, understand just as much as you want them to understand you. You have to understand what older people, the pronoun situation legitimately has not been a mainstream. There's only been a mainstream thing for the past 2 years, 3 years.
Yes.
This is not.
I'll be honest with you. Like
trans, yes. People being trans has always been a thing, right?
Yes.
That has always been a thing, but overall, the pronoun situation. I'm not even going off the gender reassignment and all that. I'm talking about pronouns in general has been a thing in the mainstream for literally about the last 3-4 years, right?
Yes.
So you have people who are 50, 60 years old. You cannot be upset at them if they do not automatically get it.
There needs to be some leniency on both sides, man. I'll say it like this: like if a mistake is made, there needs to be a leniency. Like, hey, that's a mistake. Not like just jump down everybody's throat for the mistake.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem. It's like if you say he instead of they, it's a mistake. It's not. It's something we have to re-educate ourselves on. Give us some leeway on that.
Like I see a lot of people
these things, but give us the time to learn it properly and really grasp it before you yell at us all the time for a misspoken. You know what I mean?
Because I saw somebody I know on Facebook, and if you look at them, they're a guy. If you see them, it's a guy, right? And somebody commented on their post about some congratulatory shit about something that they had happening, and the person commented, "Yes, sir," and just positive affirmation.
Yeah.
And they went off on them in the comments. And I'm like, yo, first of all, don't go that hard. Because again, they're saying something a certain way. They're not saying it with any malice.
Yeah, I mean, come on, everybody knows. Yes, sir. It's just like it's just a saying. It's like you say it to females, you say it to non-binary. It's just a saying, meaning like you got this.
That's one of the things I've seen recently too. And I tried to have this discussion. Like I've learned you can't have these discussions in a Facebook comment thread with anybody.
No.
You can't, because somebody who does not know you is gonna try to jump in, and then you gotta let their ass have it, and then it's a whole big thing. Yeah. The thing about, I know a lot of trans people who've been like, well, not a lot. Let me not say a lot. I know just a couple, only a couple I've seen.
You know more than I do. I'll tell you that.
Well, that's because again, in comedy and this internet sphere, there are a lot. And so you see somebody said, I don't like to be called dude. And then somebody literally responded, yo, dude has become it's damn near become non-binary. It's damn near becoming like I see girls call each other bro all the time.
I say dude all the time. I say it to everybody. Like
right. So people
not like that.
So I was like, okay, and I read and I was like, yo, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, you cannot crucify people who have gotten so used to just have that in a conversation. It is just general conversation.
Yes.
And it'd be a different. So now you're telling them to make sure you have to give that leeway, because again, if somebody's been using this just consistently, now when every other person, you have to try to tailor that conversation. That's where the lack of empathy and understanding comes from. And I've always said that across the board, like we cannot just crucify people for this. If somebody just says, bro, quit playing with me, and you go, I'm not a bro. You're like,
dude, it's a bro.
No!
It's like, bro, it's bruh. It's BRA. It's bruh. Like
it's just an expression. And
down.
so again, I understand a lot of people are just now being able to be themselves, gender nonconformity, all these other different terms. But at the same time, again, these terms in which we're using are have only been in the mainstream for the past, at the most, 4 years.
I mean, the same way we need to learn how to adjust our thinking to follow those lines. And it's just like, I'm almost 40. Like, dude, come on. I need time to catch up. I'm not 15 anymore. I need time to catch up. Like, on that same note, like, I'll learn it. Give me some time to learn it. But you got to understand, like, I'm still kind of set in my ways, and I make general comments like, dude, bruh. Because
again, it's not done with malice or ill intent.
I call my sisters dude and bruh. Like
if somebody's looking at a trans woman and trying to be heinous and be like, hey bro, hey homeboy, sit your ass down.
Yeah.
Like they're doing it like that. There's a lot of malice and ill intent in the way it's delivered. But also too, that's in person. But when you have something that is done via social media, where if all I'm doing is typing via whether it be Twitter,
Yeah, it's
Instagram,
hard.
Facebook, you can't understand my inflection, my connotation,
Yes.
or my meaning.
Yes.
So,
Yeah,
nigga, we just had this moment, bro.
we just need to take time with each other and give each other respect and understand that there's a learning curve that we all got to catch up to. That's it.
And I think that's the biggest. There's a giant learning curve, and there's nothing wrong with this learning curve. There's nothing wrong with this, for lack of better words, re-education that everyone has to have.
Because that whole they and them thing, it's doing my head in. I'm trying not to be
but it's
disrespectful,
again, but it's an under. But see, that's the thing. I know people who now refer to themselves as non-binary, and I'm like, okay, cool. That's what you want to reference. Cool, fair, got you.
I know no one like that.
When I see you, my eyes see a woman, or because most people I know that identify as non-binary are women. Well, they're visibly women, female presenting, however the term is. But it's what our eyes see. And again, there is a re-education that has to be allowed for everyone. Everybody didn't grow. Everyone does not have that privilege of having grown up in those sectors where that's how it's been from jump. Everyone doesn't have that.
Yes,
but
exactly.
Tell people how to find you so I can get up off here.
Hey man, if they want to find me, they can find me on the Twitter and Instagram at Chi-Town_Pyro. That's about where I'm at.
Make sure y'all find this brother, talk to him again. I like to have these good conversations. Y'all already know where I am. Saturday, June 18th, Blurs in the Hood live, Bourbon Room Hollywood. I'm saying it on every single video just so y'all can still have that money. Just gonna keep saying it.
Keep
y'all
saying
already
it.
know, get tickets, all that good stuff, man. I will holler at y'all later. Don't go nowhere real quick. I'm out of here. Take care. Bye.